Hi Sag, Happy New Year. Welcome to January 2021. This is Teresa from Retrograde. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So this month we have a new moon in Capricorn on the 14th. And before that, Mars moves into Taurus at the beginning of the month, after having been in Aries for about 6 months, back and forth, retrograding and going forward. And then right after the new moon in Capricorn, Uranus in Taurus moves forward. It comes out of its retrograde period and starts stationing direct and then moving forward into Taurus. And that should be significant, especially when Mars conjuncts Uranus. There should be some fireworks. So we'll see where that is later in your chart. And then on the 28th, we have a full moon in Leo, which is favorable to your sign. And then right after that, Mercury goes retrograde on the 30th. Back into the retrograde. The Mercury retrograde period. So, but it will be mostly in February. But you'll feel the shadow at least a week or so before the 30th. So start backing things up and buying your electronics now. Okay, so let's see what the cards say for Sag in terms of love and relationships. What is coming up for January 2021 in terms of love and relationships? What does Sag need to know about love and relationships for January 2021? What is coming up for Sag? What does Sag need to know about January 2021 in love? The Moon, the Eight of Swords, the Tower, the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the Strength card, the Ten of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. And the card on the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. So you start the month off with the Moon card. This is a card of imagination and sometimes confusion. You may be, on the positive side, you have a vivid imagination, so it would be a good time to do creative things, anything creative. On the negative side, you might be letting your imagination run away with itself. So if there's certain things that you're not sure of or you don't have enough information, you may be imagining a worst case scenario. So you have to give people the benefit of the doubt or find out what the truth is. Don't fill in the blanks with a negative scenario or an overblown scenario. You have to find out, because with the Moon card, there are things going on that you're trying to make a decision with not full information, without having all the information. And the Eight of Swords energy, you may feel stuck or trapped in a situation. So there could be a relationship that you may think you want to move out of, or a situation you want to move out of, and you're feeling stuck. Especially now the Tower is in the past. So you may have come through a very traumatic, life-changing event, or something where you broke down and rebuild. You're breaking down and rebuilding. That's the Tower. It's like, I'm destroying everything that's current, and I'm going to rebuild in a new direction. So you've come through that, because this is in the past. And you're using, the Queen of Swords energy is using your intellect to make decisions rather than letting your heart rule your head. And it may have been that because you have the Knight of Swords here, this is energy of jumping into something. Like, I just got to get out of here, I've got to move, I've got to do, and you just jumped into something suddenly. Like maybe a job came up or a relationship came up and you just felt like, I'm out of here, I need to make some changes, I don't care what happens, I just have to go in a new direction. And the Queen of Swords energy is also, and this is an influence that's fading. I mean, it's true that you could have been dealing with a Queen of Swords type energy. It could have been an air sign, which would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And this person had influenced your life, but now that influence is fading. And this person could be, maybe you see her as being a little harsh or unapproachable. But it also can be your energy where you're keeping people at a distance, or you had been in the past. And I think maybe the Tower was also a wake-up call that lets you believe that you have to stop, you need to reach out to people. You can't just be too independent. Like, this Queen of Swords energy is very independent. Like, I don't need anybody, screw the world, I can take care of myself. But you're also keeping love away with that attitude. So you have to kind of be a little bit, drop your guard a little bit, let people in, let people get closer, don't have that harsh outer surface. Because, the Queen of Swords energy, I feel like this is energy that you have dealt with, but it's kind of fading, because maybe now that you're in this new energy coming in, I think things are going to be a lot better if you drop this Queen of Swords harshness and abruptness. Because this Knight of Swords energy is, you could have been dealing with someone that was insensitive or selfish, just wanting to do their own thing, not caring how their activity, what their behavior is affecting other people. So you could have been dealing with something like that. But also the Knight of Swords energy is the warrior. Like, you're just fighting for your rights, and you just want to, get things done. The Knight of Swords cautions about doing things recklessly, doing things without giving them a lot of thought. Not making quick decisions based on a reaction. You also have the Strength card here, which is about controlling your emotions, controlling your reactive tendencies. So a lot of times, this is a card of taming the beast within. So I think that this month you're going to be working on those things. Working on taming, not being so reactive, maybe not being so unapproachable, maybe drop your guard a little bit. I think a lot of that has to do with fear. Maybe you're afraid of being deceived, because the Moon card, it's like you're paranoid. You're questioning people. Can I trust this person? What do they want from me? Like, so if someone wants to get close to you, you might be questioning that. And that's keeping you stuck and locked in a prison of your own making. The Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, you may have planted some seeds and you're waiting to see how they develop. There's a possible partnership on offer with the Two of Wands. But you're kind of just waiting. Okay, I put everything out there, now I'm waiting to see what's coming back. And you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, in your environment. So the Ten of Cups is a good card for love and support. This is the happiness card. This is like love at its best. It's not just physical, it's a higher octave of love. So you could experience that this month. Because you're feeling supported with the Ten of Cups. You may feel like now your environment is much more supportive than whatever you left behind in the past. In the past, you may have felt like you were dealing with oppression, or you couldn't do what you wanted to do. There were too many restrictions. Now you're moving into a place where love is possible with the Ten of Cups. But again, you may need to let go of the need to control, because you have the Four of Pentacles here. On the one hand, that means you're concerned about your money, and you're holding on to, you want some financial security. So if you're forming some kind of partnership, whether it's a romantic partnership or a business partnership, you're concerned with security. You want something that's going to last. You want something that you can count on. And I think you can have that. The downside of the Four of Pentacles is feeling the need to control every aspect of, this is in your wish fulfillment. So you may feel like, for me to get what I want, I have to control everything. I need to move all the chess pieces, And this is saying, let go, release that need to control. Let things flow a little bit. Don't feel that you can't, because you may feel like, I can't trust the people around me. I have to do it all. I can't trust my partner to do the right thing. I have to control every aspect. So you want to let go, ease up on the control. And then you have the Three of Cups here, which is a card of celebration and support. So I feel that you could be forming a partnership. It could be more, it could start out business related, but it can bring you a lot of happiness and joy with this Ten of Cups. And it can bring you financial security. The only warning is, don't be so harsh and unapproachable. Don't and try not to be too controlling. Try to relax a little bit, and don't let fear hold you back from connecting with someone because you don't trust them, because you think they may be trying to deceive you or take something from you. That's the message I'm getting. Because I feel like you may have gone through a lot of trauma in the past in relationships, and you don't want that energy influencing any future connections. You don't want the new people to be paying for the sins of the old people. So, with the Strength card here, you may need to talk to a counselor or something to help you deal with some of these wounds from the past, so that you're not reacting or overreacting to things, that you know how to get your needs met without having a big blow up, without losing your temper and having an angry confrontation. If you're not dealing with your own anger, you could be dealing with someone who does have anger issues. So for some of you, it might be your partner that has the anger issues and needs to talk to someone to learn how to deal with that. And for other people, it could be you. And it comes from an insecurity or a lack of self-love, where you feel like you have to fight for everything, that you can't just, like, it can't be easy. You have to believe in yourself, like it can be easy. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of good relationships and abundance. I don't have to fight and be mean or be harsh. I can be cooperative and things could still work out. I can get the support I need. So let's see where this all falls in your chart. So Sagittarius. So for the new moon, it's falling in your second house, the new moon in Capricorn. And that is a new beginning. That's your financial house, but it's also your self-worth, your self-esteem house. It's what do I value? How do I value myself? Am I getting what I deserve from people? And this moon is conjunct Pluto. So this is a time of transforming how you view yourself, how you value yourself. So it's tied up, like money that you receive is tied up with your self-esteem. If you don't feel like you deserve anything, the universe doesn't give you anything. If you feel like, hey, I'm worth it, I'm worthy, then the money starts to flow. But it also flows because you're giving love. Like, you can't be coming from a place of scarcity where you're holding on too tight. You have to kind of give, and then you will receive. So Pluto is going to help you transform your views around finances, money, but also self-worth, and what you value may change. Saturn is in the third house with Jupiter and Mercury this month, and it's squaring, all this energy is being squared by Mars in the sixth house. You have Mars and Uranus in your sixth house. So there could be some volatile confrontations in your work environment with the sixth house. Mars conjunct Uranus is good. Mars has moved into Taurus and will conjunct Uranus during this month, before this full moon, because the moon is at 23 degrees. Uranus is right now at 6 degrees. Mars, at the beginning of January, will be moving into Taurus. So in a week or two, like a week later, it's going to hit Uranus, and that there could be a blow up. So you want to be careful that you don't overreact, that you don't things don't get out of control, but there could be some surprises in your work environment, just so you know. And it could be related to maybe a disagreement with an authority figure, because in your third house, or it could be a sibling, because Saturn and Jupiter, Saturn represents authority and restriction, and Jupiter represents expansion. So you may have some ideas about a communications project. The third house is the house of communications and the house of siblings. And you could butt heads. If it's a work situation, you could butt heads with authority figures over communication project. So just be careful, be aware of that, and try to diffuse any tension, because now on the other hand, you have Venus moving into Capricorn, and it's going to be trining Uranus. So this full moon, this new moon in Capricorn, it's too late in the degrees to be, it is favorable. Capricorn is a trine to Taurus, but it has already passed the orb of influence to be affected by Uranus, but Venus is right there, 6 degrees. So Venus, when it's in the second house, brings money. brings abundance, and it brings, so you might be feeling better about yourself, and that can lead to an increase in income, and it can also lead to romance. You've already had Venus in Sagittarius last month, so it could have been attracting love to you or abundance, and now it's going to keep going in the second house. So whatever you've like attracted when it was in the first house, now it's going to pay off in the second house. You're going to see the money start rolling in. So don't give up on a dream. And Venus is squaring Chiron in your 5th house. So you have some wounds around romance, around children, around creativity. Maybe creative self-expression can help you heal those wounds around money and self-worth issues. So I think that if you feel the need to create, if you feel the need to do something where you can express your deep feelings, I think it would be great to do that. There could be some, also with children, if you have children, there could be some arguments or tension around financial situations with children. That could be possible, and it could, with Mars conjunct Uranus, if it's not a work-related issue, it could be a health issue. So you want to take care of your health. If something feels off, go get it checked out. Because Mars sometimes rules surgery, and in the 6th house, you just want to make sure that you're healthy and everything is fine. Then we have a full moon. Then right after the new moon, Uranus goes direct in your 6th house. So if things were kind of stuck in a work situation or a health situation, they're going to start to move now. So you might decide, Uranus, when it's in the 6th house, it brings a lot of instability in work. Like you might find things are constantly changing at work. Like you thought you were doing this and now you're doing that. Or you thought you had this job and now you want, this other thing pops up. So there could be a lot of surprises with Uranus. You never know what to expect. But with Uranus trine Venus, if you do change jobs, you could get something that pays very well. So the full moon in Leo is favorable to your sign. It's at 9 degrees Leo. It's on January 28th, and that's falling in your 9th house, and it's affecting your 3rd house. So something is coming to completion around 9th and 3rd house issues. These are the travel and communication houses. So 9th house is higher education, teaching, learning, travel, long distance travel, dealing with foreigners, or also your belief systems. The 3rd house has to do with local, your local environment, communication. So something is completing. It could be that you're coming home from a trip, or you're completing a project that has to do with marketing or social media or communication. Something is coming to completion, and the sun is conjunct Jupiter, so you're feeling optimistic about it, and Saturn is there, so you might get some type of recognition for the work that you're doing involving social media or marketing or communication or even teaching. Or if you decide to go back to school and pick up some new skills, you might be working really hard, but you're coming to the end there's a light at the end of the tunnel, like the work is ending, and you can look back and say, look what I've accomplished. Now the full moon, this is also forming a T-square with Uranus and Mars in your 6th house. So there could be some surprises in a work situation around this full moon. Something will be revealed. Usually full moons reveal the truth. So if you have this this moon card, means that things have been hidden. You're not, there are things going on behind the scenes, maybe that you're not aware of. That will probably come out around this full moon, and you'll know what the truth is one way or another. Venus, though, is conjunct Pluto in the 2nd house, so there are definitely strong, powerful transformations in the way you earn money and the way you feel about yourself. There could be some power struggles with Venus conjunct Pluto around money issues. So I feel like there could be some kind of sudden event, because Mars conjunct Uranus in the 6th house. Mars is very volatile. When it hits Uranus, it's a sudden event. It could be fireworks, something erupting. Mars is the warrior. So it could be a sudden argument. It could be a sudden attack from someone that you didn't expect, or with the Taurus sign, it could be that Taurus has to do with physicality and life and survival. So you want to take care of your health. That's really important this month. Don't overstress yourself. Don't take on more than you can handle, because you've got some heavy planets going through your sixth house. So you want to, and that when Mars is in the sixth house, you're really doing a lot of work. You're working really hard. So you want to just give yourself some downtime to recharge, so you're not affecting your health by overworking. But I feel like this could be a good financial month for you. So whatever surprises are happening with Venus conjunct Pluto, it could either bring a very powerful love relationship your way, or it could bring you could be connecting with someone, or like a new job. If you're starting a new job or coming into a new creative project, it could bring a lot of money your way. And because Pluto is about a global influence, so you could be finishing some project that reaches out to a global market. And if you haven't been making a lot of money, I feel like that could change when Venus and Pluto come together. You just have to be careful of power struggles, because Pluto is wielding power, and Venus is love or money. So it could be a powerful love experience or a powerful financial experience, something that's going to transform your earning capacity in some way. And then we have Mercury going retrograde on January 30th, and that will be in your third house. So it's a time to revisit a topic, like maybe you started some type of project that involved communications, and you need to tweak it. You need to go back and rework it, make it better. Or it could be that you run, because the third house rules siblings, family, aunts, uncles, cousins, brother, sister. You could hear from people that you haven't connected with in a while. Relatives that you haven't seen in a while could come back. You could get messages from them when Mercury is retrograding. So if any of those relationships kind of fell by the wayside, it's a good time to reestablish contact and reconnect with those people. They can help you, because I'm seeing, with the Ten of Cups and the Three of Cups, that you have a lot of support, a lot of family support around you. So your family wants to see you succeed. Your family wants you to be happy, and you can have that. You can have that. Just have to ride loose in the saddle. Don't try to control everything. Don't overdo it where you're affecting your health. And just be open to the new. Be open and more accessible. And you'll do fine, Sag. So this is my forecast for January. I hope this resonated with you. If you did, click on the like button. Leave a comment. Click on the subscribe button. If you're new, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the videos. And I want to say thank you, everyone, for supporting this channel. With your comments, with your likes and subscribes, and with your working with me with individual tarot cards. So if you want an individual personal reading that's based specifically on your situation, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, I want to say have a happy new year. Have a wonderful January. I hope it's filled with love and abundance. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.